Most people never get rich because they never value their time.
What's more important, time or money?
14 years I silenced myself.
Wow.
And so I regret that.
Rise and shine!
It's Entspresso time!
Hey, it's everyone Carmichael, and I am not a morning person. I'm not. But when you start your day with a routine that inspires you consistently, like watching one of these videos, it will change your life. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee, know that I believe in you, and get ready for a shot of Entspresso from Dan Lok.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
In the new world, it's not the big fish that eats a small fish. It's the fast fish which eats the slow fish. Fast is the new big. Most people never get rich because they never value their time. So think about that. Do you want to make it quick or do you want to make it slow? Do you have time to even make it slow? I got rich when I started valuing my time. Rich people, we value time more than we value money. Poor people, they value money more than they value time. You see, you've heard of the concept of return on investment, ROI. Now, but here's a more powerful concept, and that is ROTI, and that's return on time invested. That's correct. Now, you see, most people, when they think about that one word that makes people millionaires and billionaires, very often the word that comes to mind is what? Hustle. You got to work your face off. You got to itch for 10 years. And you know what? Hustle, that's part of it. That's a given. That is like the price of admission to get in the door. You don't even hustle, forget about even trying to get in the game. That's just to get your foot in the door. Willpower is highly overrated.
What's more important, time or money? Well, it depends on what you have more of. At the beginning of an entrepreneurial career, you probably don't have a lot of money. You've got a lot of money starting up because you have an inheritance or you came from some super fancy job, great. But most of the entrepreneurs I know don't have a lot of money when they're first starting out a business. I had no money when I was starting out my business, right? I turned down the 6-figure a year job, travel around the world, to own 30% of a company and make $300 a month, right? I know the feeling of having no money. I know the feeling of eating the same bean salad lunch every day because it fills you up. I know the feeling of having a budget and pick one thing per month to go to because $25 was the entertainment budget for the entire month. And I know the feeling of feeling less than and being too embarrassed and too ashamed to tell the people around you that you're just not making money. It's not a fun thing to feel. It's not a fun thing, it's not a fun place to be. To feel like you can't do things and you might be judged by other people and you're too embarrassed and ashamed to let anybody in on the circle while we're posting to Instagram our beautiful life. Meanwhile, you're at home crying in the mirror because you're nowhere close to where you want to be. I know that feeling. So at the beginning, you've got way more time than money, right? You've got a lot of time and not a lot of money. So the answer is to work really hard and really smart. The answer is to really hustle. The answer is to invest that time wisely. The answer is to look at where are you spending your time. You can't go off and hire somebody. It's nice to imagine, okay, I'm gonna go hire somebody. Great, you don't have the budget to hire that person. So you have to do it yourself. And it's pulling yourself up from the bootstraps and doing the work. At the beginning of my YouTube channel, I did everything. I did everything myself. It was all me. At the beginning of my first business, it was me and my 2 business partners. It was all us. We didn't hire anybody. It's you getting up and doing the work. And I think when you're in that phase of you have more time than you have money, you may feel like you don't have enough of either though, right? You may feel like you don't have enough time or money, but you still have a little more time than you do money. It's figuring out what's the fastest path to bring value so I can make money. This is critical. This is so important. I think one of the greatest paths that I give entrepreneurs when I'm coaching them and working with them is figuring this little piece out. You've got this big dream. You've got this big mission. You've got this big goal that you want to accomplish. I love it. Fantastic, great. You need that big mission to keep you inspired and motivated and feel like what you're doing matters. The challenge is sometimes that big mission, usually that big mission is too big, is too impossible, is not, you're not capable of doing it all yourself. And that's fine. That's normal. You can't do that whole thing by yourself. You will need a team. You will need to build your movement, right? You will need support to make it happen. But because it feels so far off and because it feels so impossible, one of two things usually happen. Either one, you don't start because you feel it's too big and beyond you, or two, you feel like you can't start until you get funding, until you get a venture capitalist to put money into your company, right? Then I'll start. Like, nobody's coming to save you. You have to go do this yourself. And so the missing part that people need, that you likely need, is to figure out inside of the mission, what's my fastest way to bring value and get profitable, to start making money. Even if it's not the ultimate, and it won't be, it's not gonna be the ultimate picture for where you wanna go. But what's the fastest way to start making money inside my business that I'm not giving up on my big dreams, my big goals, my big ambitions. It's just a piece of it. I'm starting with the first 1%, my fastest path to monetization. Because the faster you can make money, the sooner you can get out of your job, the sooner you can make this sustainable, the sooner you can start to provide a life for you and your family, the sooner you can bring on help so that you don't have to do everything yourself. You have to get to monetization ASAP, where what so many entrepreneurs do is you're just working on the next project, but it never monetizes. You're working on the next book and the next course and the next package and the next product and the next service, the next offering, but like nothing, you got all of these projects that are 40% complete or 70% complete, and nothing that ever gets to 100% complete because you quit on it and move on to the next thing because you feel you got all these things going on at the same time. You focus it down. You are not giving up on your dreams by narrowing your short-term focus. You're not giving up on your dreams by narrowing your short-term focus. It's actually essential for your success. To say, I've got all these big dreams, big goals, big plans, awesome. Now, what's my immediate focus so I can turn this into something that can start to pay me and the people around me? It's critical. I had a woman join me on my live stream last night, and she wants to build this app. And she's explaining the concept, explaining the idea, and it's like, great, I got it, I love it. I think the app can work. It's a great idea. You know, how many customers do you have? How many people are on the software? And she said, well, we haven't built it yet. It's just an idea. It's like, okay, great, so what's the next step? Well, the next step is I need to go get funding to build it. Like, nobody's gonna give you funding to build it. Nobody's giving you funding to build an app. You have to go build the app. And you are either the technical person or you need to partner with the technical person. But you have to build the app and you have to get it to market. It doesn't mean you have to have 1 million users on it, but if you are not, you've got a great idea for a new app or a new XYZ, fill in the blank for yourself. You got a great idea for X and you're not doing anything on it except trying to raise funding for somebody to help you launch it, you've lost. Raising money right now is not about the early stage seed, like getting things off the ground. It's about momentum. So you need to show that you've invested in not just your energy and your time, that you've invested into making something happen. So for her, the advice is you need to figure out, one, are you the technical co-founder or are you the marketing co-founder? You need somebody who's technical, you need somebody who's marketing. Sometimes it's rare that it's that one person that can do both, but usually you need 2 different skill sets. And you need to then go find the other person. You can't just hire a technical person. If you're running a technology company, you have to have a technology co-founder. An investor's not gonna put money into you to lead this charge if you don't have a technical background. They want somebody invested into it. And so it's about the resourcefulness. It's about putting in the time to make it happen, not waiting for somebody to come and save you. So at the beginning, you've got more time than you've got money. And so instead of being upset about that, instead of being upset that you don't have an inheritance or a rich aunt or somebody's going to invest in you, instead of getting upset about that, go do something. Go build your company with your hands. All of your heroes, the people that you look up to, that you love, that you respect, they started their companies on their own with less than what you have right now. The difference is they didn't accept the excuse of, I need help. I need somebody to come in and save me. I need somebody to come and invest with me. Most companies were not started with giant venture capital funds, right? Some can, but most don't. The companies that your heroes started, they didn't start with it, most likely. And so you've got more time than money. Use your time wisely. Even if you've got 2 hours a day, great, invest those 2 hours. Where are you spending your time? We all have 24 hours, right? You're spending 8 hours sleeping, you're spending 8 hours working if you got a job. Where are those other 8 hours going? And how effective are you being? And are you consistently showing up for your dreams? Are you consistently showing up and putting in the work? Because doing a one-off, watching this video and then working hard today, that doesn't count. You have to work every single day. And just putting in an hour a day on your dream, if that's every single day, things will start to happen. The biggest thing you're missing is just momentum to go. After you achieve some success, you'll end up having more time than money. That's where you can invest in things to free up your time. You invest in team to free up your time. You invest in advertising and marketing to free up your time, right? You can spend money on things to get you results and free up your time, because your time becomes the most important thing. But at the beginning, time is what you got to put in. And it's, yes, that combination of working smart and hard, but making sure that you are showing up for your dreams, doing something every single day. If you do that, you may not get the results as fast as you want, but you're gonna get a lot more results than sitting and waiting for somebody to come and fund your dream. It's on you. You've got more time than money. Use it wisely to build your dream.
Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're gonna enjoy, but before that, it's time for the question of the day. I wanna know, what was your single biggest takeaway from this video and your plan of action for the next week? Put that down in the comments below. When you watch a video and just get inspired, the science says you have a 35% chance of following through. But if you get inspired and then create a plan of action for when, how, and where you are going to take action, your chances of following through jump to 91%, Believe Nation. It's not enough to just watch something. We got to create our plan. And when you commit publicly, that number jumps to 95% of you following through. Let's make that happen. Your biggest takeaway from this video and your plan of action for the next week, put it down in the comments below so I can celebrate with you.
Hi, this is Dan Lok. I want to share with you a lesson from Carmichael's new book, Built to Serve. This section is about making money from your purpose. You have to embrace that. If you never learn how to make money from your purpose, you'll always end up needing a day job, and your purpose will become a hobby. If that sounds like a great life to you, then I'm happy for you. If not, then you need to figure out a money-making model that makes sense, one that is consistent, one that is significant, one that can pay you so you can quit your job and succeed to the point where you are providing jobs for others and helping even more people. You see, money is nothing more than a byproduct of value creation. The more people that you serve, the more successful that you will be. So to have long-term success is not just built to last or built to sell or even built to scale. It is built to serve. And this book will teach you exactly how to do that.
I wish I had not waited 14 years. Somebody said if you want to lose something, lose money. You can get that back. 8 out of 10 millionaires have been financially bankrupt. Walt Disney filed bankruptcy 7 times and had 2 nervous breakdowns. But don't lose time. There were 14 years I sat on the sideline. 14 years I said, I don't have an investor in me like Tony Robbins. 14 years that said, I don't have an MBA or a PhD, and I can't compete with these guys. I have the complexion of rejection. 14 years, I silenced myself. Wow. And so I regret that, because there are some people that maybe if they'd heard my voice, they would not have turned to drugs. If they'd heard my voice, their lives would have taken a different direction. And I can't get those 14 years back. That haunts me, and I think that drives me when I speak with such energy. I'm trying to make up for that time, but I can't.
Well, I feel like you're doing a pretty good job at it.
Thank you.
Hi, this is Dan Lok. If you're a fan of Evan's work, if you want to know exactly how to model my success, I want to invite you to join me for a special online training. All you have to do is click on the link below. You can join me for absolutely no charge. So click on the link below and I will see you in class.
If you want another awesome Dan Lok video, check it out right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
If you want to accelerate your growth, the first thing that you want to do is change who you spend time with.
Most of the people in our lives, they're takers.